Hi Lynn, my name's Lily. Let's get started with this IELTS practice test. Let's start by talking about music. Do you like listening to music?
Yes, I do, but I don't spend much time on music, you know. I'm kind of a particular listener, and I really into the songs with low beats and good lyrics. And
In the next part of the practice test, I'm going to ask you to talk about a topic for 1 to 2 minutes.
yeah.
And before you talk about it, Ling, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish.
Yes, thank you.
Do you understand?
Sure, I do.
Good. And here's your topic. I'd like you to describe a time that you gave a speech in public. All right. So remember, you've got 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up.
Yes.
And can I ask that you start your speech now, thanks?
It's my very first presentation that I prefer to tell you more in detail now. You know, back in 2010, I was tasked by my college teacher to give an English presentation on Barbie dolls for the final exam. Now, I got like 5 minutes talking about history, the popularity of Barbie dolls, all that things. Actually, I was working really hard on the preparation, you know, but the toughest part was being on the stage, you know, giving the speech. But the thing was that I could have had the butterflies down here in my stomach all the way walking up to the spot when it was my turn to talk. But fortunately, it took me for like just the first 30 seconds to get a grip. And then I knew that although I kept a good eye contact with the audiences who were all my peers then, I couldn't tell for sure if they followed my talk, but you know, the room ambience was so quiet that you could hear a pin drop. And yes, that is definitely the most memorable experience that, you know, gave me a sense of victory when I could finally overcome my fear of speaking in front of people.
Okay, thank you. Could I have your paper and pencil? Thank you. Thanks, Ling. So in the last part of this practice test, I'm going to ask you some more general questions related to the topic that you've just shared on. Let's talk about feeling nervous when giving a speech. What are some of the reasons why people feel that way?
As I mentioned, there must be several factors that could be attributed to this fact. The first main reason is that maybe the speaker, they are in either a high or little stress, the self-expectation. Every single speaker that give their speech to the public for some kind of certain purpose. And whatever that purpose is, they might want to get the most result out of that. For example, let's take me and my presentation, for example. If I hadn't expected that much on my core exam, then I would been through a very tense state of mind. I just wanted to give it my best shot and highest score for my final exam, you know. And the next thing should be, as human beings, I do believe that, we care about the others' expectation on us. It should be much easier for one to speak to just a small group of audiences, but when there are more and more people watching, you know, it's totally a different story. So yeah, that are 2 reasons that I think could be attributed to the fact that people mostly become very nervous when they have to give a speech to public.
Thanks very much, Ling. That's the end of this speaking test.
Thank you, too.